Oh, good day. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in today. It's a beautiful Thursday. Let's kick this off before it starts cranking out tunage. It's about 40 degrees out this morning. I don't know if you can see on the house across the street there, but in the shaded spot up on the roof above the garage, we got frost. It was a little frosty last night. It's okay though. March 15th, halfway through March already. Spring starts here pretty quick. I don't remember exactly when, but I don't know if it's this month or next month. But as you can also see, maybe some trees are starting to blossom out over there. Yes, that house has sold again. So now we're on the second owner past the crazy woman. I didn't do any filming of this last one. There was no point. Didn't even know them and never had any interactions with them. But they were only there, what, about a year or so. And I know the new folks have moved in. There's cars parked there in the evening, but never seen them. So, as long as they're quiet, don't start piling junk up all around the house. But anywho, I don't know if you can also tell, but the roads are all chewed up here. They started that yesterday, came through with the grinder machine and just started digging everything up. And I did a little four-wheeling to get into my house last night. Let's see what we can do here today. But yeah, they're today and tomorrow is ripping up the road surfaces, and then as you can see the dump truck coming down the big bump there with the little black cargo here. But, supposed to start paving next week, I believe, if I read the article correctly. We'll go around that big bump there, take her easy up this one because we're in just a little car. So yeah, the really rough stuff will be gone here soon. I'll have to give you all an update on that. But I didn't figure they were going to start quite this early. I was figuring April-May time frame. But woke up yesterday and heard lots of grinding and cutting and popped outside and they were ripping stuff up. Okay by me. Get a nice fresh road out in front of my house. But yes, spring is on its way. Trees are all starting to wake up. The grass is starting to grow. Temperatures are increasing. Still doesn't smell like spring yet. Still smells like winter out there. We're still having cold nights. Although only a couple more in the forecast, and then we're going to be up into the 40s. And then into the 50s. And then it'll be summer. Daylight savings kicked off on Sunday. So now we got an extra hour of daylight. It's kind of nice when I drive home at night. In the evenings now, I've got a little bit of light in the sky. Still got lots of snow in the mountains over there. But things are starting to wake up. See, the car says 51, but I'm not believing that. We're down to 50, so yeah, she's catching up temperature-wise. Yes, work's been going good, busy. Had a few incidents in the last few weeks that we're looking at, safety related. Somebody's missing a fingertip now from an incident inside the factory. A couple of cuts and scrapes and punctures and things like that, but enough to make people want to slow down, but they're not. I've had quite a few comments here on the last several videos. Of course, I have to go into the videos to look for comments again. For whatever reason, I'm not getting the notification through my email. Don't know what's going on there. So if I don't answer you, of course I was not real good at answering those comments anyway, but if I'm not replying to you, it's because I'm not checking the video for the comments. But I had a few questions about the rally cars. That is a go. Green light. Pedal to the metal. Kevin and I each own a vehicle. And as of last weekend, they both run and drive. And cool and spin tires and do all that good stuff. The debut will be April 1st, Sunday. I believe that's 2 Sundays from this coming Sunday. Really not going to tell you much more about that because we're just going to keep you all in suspense. I'll give you a hint. I'll give you one little tip. One car's red and one car's gray. That's all you're getting. One has a manual and one's an automatic. There you go. There's another little tip. Ooh. No traffic. No, I'm not using this car. So, we've got them both. They both run, they both drive. Took a little bit of work for one of them. There's video documentation for that. We'll put that up after the unveiling, the debut video. I picked mine up 2 weeks ago now. Kevin's had his for a month and a half. They're fun. We've ripped them around the yard. Both vehicles had made light contact already. Somebody had a blowout or a flat. Or just a breakdown. But, yeah, we've ripped them around the yard. Slid them through the mud a little bit. We'll be painting them up and decorating them as a true race car always is. So we're collecting old cans of spray paint, and I've actually ordered up some decals and whatnot. There will be more videos. But yes, they're rolling along nicely. This weekend, probably not going to do much in the filming of the cars, although we'll probably rip them around the yard a little bit. But this weekend we're going to have to focus on the track itself. Because it is not low ground clearance car friendly. As I found out the other day. That's all in another video. I've got 5 or 6 videos on now to put together for this thing, so actually those of you that watched my junkyard video with all the old vintage iron, the old 73 Buick and the Nova that I thought was a Plymouth Chrysler product, that was we were out looking for parts for one of the cars. That was a good junkyard run. Did not expect to find all that old stuff there. But there's an opening beside me, so place to break down, walking on the shoulder there. 45 degrees now according to the car. It's always a couple degrees warmer down here than it is up at my place. Been getting quite a bit of snow in the mountains the last few weeks. A lot of big storms blowing through. Nothing like back east with the nor'easters blowing in, but we've had several new feet of snow from what I've read. California's finally getting some good snow accumulation. Whereas it sounds like all you folks down in the southwest desert are still suffering for water. Haven't heard anything for a little while, but there's a big push to try to either ship or build a canal to ship a lot of our water down south to California. Now they can just go into water conservation mode down there. So I used to live in the Central Valley of California, a little south of Sacramento. It's desert, but it's a agricultural desert. Lots of alfalfa and tomato plants and almonds. And I can remember driving semi-truck, going down and spent a couple days with the folks down there. And they were in water conservation mode. Don't wash your vehicle in your yards. Don't sprinkle water on the lawns, blah, blah, blah. And there's a canal that ran right outside the town I lived in, town of Tracy, that feeds LA. It comes out from the northern area and it just channels water all the way down to Southern California. And I go down to Southern California and I made a wrong turn, so I wound up driving my 75-foot long tractor trailer through residential streets trying to get out of there. And I can remember driving past houses in the middle of the day, 100-degree temperature, and they got the sprinklers on full blast, and they're not only watering the lawn, but they're watering the roof, and the driveway, and the sidewalk, and the street, and their cars. I just remember thinking to myself, Northern California's being told not to do stuff like that. Why isn't Southern California? And then there was one guy who drove past, he was washing his car, he didn't even have a spray nozzle on the end of his hose, he just had the open hose running full bore, laying in the driveway, dumping all those gallons of water while he's out soaping up his car. Yet everybody else, oh, you gotta save water, we gotta send it to California, they're in a shortage. It's a really nice day today. Cascades are sticking out nice and bright over there. Lots of snow-capped peaks. We might get a shot of the Olympics as we come around the corner heading towards Bowling there. All the traffic seems to be behaving for the most part. Doing 63 and a 60. Most people are cruising along nicely. Came back from Tacoma on Sunday for Mom's birthday. Let's watch the semi here, make sure dude's not going to try to pop around. I got a truck on my left, so I can't really move over. Now we'll roll back on the throttle. Coming back from Tacoma on Sunday, it was another nice, beautiful, sunny day. It was actually a record-breaking temperature for us in the wintertime, 70s. But I was doing over 70 miles an hour and getting passed left and right. Of course, we got a bozo doing that behind me right now. He's racing up to my back bumper. I'm doing 61. He just got to be in that much of a hurry. But the only reason I was going that fast is because I was keeping with the flow of traffic. Oh, there he goes. He's hitting the throttle. Oh, he's just got to pass me. He had to make one pass. came from behind. Oh, look at this. He's going to go for one more, isn't he? He's got to get that just that little bit further ahead. No, he's going to stay in his left turn lane. Dum-da-dum-dum. They drive among us, people. That me-first mentality. Come on, Mr. Van, you can goose it now. You're going up a grade and getting ready to merge onto a freeway. We're up to 40. 20 more mile an hour. Well, there's 41. Holy cow, we're flying now. There's 44. We're almost up to 50. There's 50. Now we gotta merge with traffic doing 10 mile an hour or more. All because this bozo doesn't want to hit the gas. Again, they drive among us. So parking has been a pain the last several weeks at the Boeing company, especially since I come in between shift changes. We have brought in several hundred new hires and rehires for the 777X program. My boss is out for most of this week doing interviews for more new hires. They actually brought back all the layoff folks that wanted to come back, and most of them said, screw you, I'm going to stay out. So, there have been a couple of times where it's taken me almost an hour to find a parking spot. So we'll see how that goes today. Hopefully I get enough battery in the camera. There's another speed demon. So I'm doing 63. Why does little Mr. Pontiac Vibe have to be doing 70? Snow left on the Olympics over there. It's supposed to be fairly dry this weekend, and then we're getting more rain next week, and next weekend's looking to be about the same as this weekend. Mostly sunny, if I remember right, maybe partly cloudy. High and below to mid-50s, so that'll be nice. Kevin and I will be out working on the track. We'll be grooming the track, trying to dig out some stumps, pulling brush back. Grooming the track for these little low-slung automobiles that we will be beating on. We've driven them through the track, but you have to go so slow to make sure you don't bottom out and rip something off that it's really no fun. But there's a lot of brush we're going to have to clear. We were actually going to do that last weekend and then got to playing with one of the vehicles that needed a little bit of work, and that wound up taking the whole day, and then we wound up driving both of them around the yard and having some fun with them. And so I have a feeling I'm going to wind up just parking in the parking lot on the left here, but we'll go see what we can find up closer. A couple times recently I got pretty lucky and was able to find somebody that snuck out for lunch, and I stole their spot. Yeah, what are we on line number on now? 690 something? Almost 700. Number 700's going to South Carolina, or they're building it now, I should say. We've got like 694, I think, is the plane right in front of my desk. So, what do we got? came in the other day and there was a spot right where that red Ford is sitting. So that was pretty nice. That guy there snuck under the gate, which is illegal, but nobody wants to penalize him for that. Watch for pedestrians, because they like to be staring at their phones as they walk across a busy parking lot. Well, that black little SUV is on the left there. Sometimes that spot's open, but this is where I used to park, this row on the left. We've got enough people back in the company that it's filling everything up. And then I used to be able to go to the lot straight back there, but it's usually full too. Sometimes you find a spot, but not very much anymore. Have to talk to the boss about changing some hours to get it a little more convenient for parking. I usually don't go up and down all these lanes. I just kind of make a big loop and then head on out. Because this is essentially front row parking for the factory right here. So if I don't find a spot in a couple of passes, then chances are pretty slim I'm not going to find anything at all. So you start looking further out. And I'm not afraid to walk. I got my good walking shoes on. I just don't want to be walking 15-20 minutes for a parking spot. Yeah, almost looked like a spot back there, but it was a little car in between two big trucks. I don't know where that guy's going, but look-see down this way. There's a spot right on the end, but that's essentially reserved for security. I'm not going to get my car towed for that. I'll let somebody else get theirs towed. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Full, full, full. You've probably heard me say in past videos, for your longtime viewers that watch this stuff, that I relate this parking lot to the parking lot at the mall at Christmas time. The only drawback is we don't have people racing around trying to find spots. That'll be here in the next few minutes. Thought I passed a spot, but usually isn't even anybody coming out at this time, so can't even sit and wait for a couple of minutes. If that light post wasn't there, I could park there, but oh, what's this? What's this? What's this? Oh, we got a spot, people. Go buy a lottery ticket tonight. It's not too bad. Sneaker in between the Jeep and the, was there some Mazda on the other side? Make sure there's plenty of room for everybody to get in and out. Don't bump the truck behind me. Set the brake, leave it in first gear, and we're good to go. So thanks for following along. We will catch you in the next one. We'll get this video up here tonight or tomorrow. Give you all something else to watch. Keep you interested. Stay tuned. RITZ Racing will be kicking off here in a couple weeks. And we'll be getting into some stupid fun stuff. So, catch y'all in the next one. Y'all be good. Bye-bye.